to go after the Second Amendment and stuff like that, with a stroke of a pen, because that's really all he's going to have is what he can do as far as executive order. Because as long as the Republicans have the Senate, and I would say if they're talking crazy shit like that, the Republicans are liable to flip the House in 2022. And then he's really, or even Camel Toe, if they put her there, a lame duck. Trump had more African American, Latino, and Asian voters come out this time than any prior Republican candidate. And he just grew the party, and the people are starting to wake up. It may take 2 more years for more of them to wake up, but let these libtards talk their stupid shit or attempt to do it, and they'll just galvanize it and make it worse. You heard about that Democratic conference call where a lot of the Democrats were telling them to quit talking about socialism, quit talking about this progressive stuff. We went back home, and our citizens, they don't want that stuff. He could do is he could go in there with a stroke of a pen and cease all permits, for fracking on federal land. But if he does that, then he's going to, he said, oh, no, I won't do that. And he said, well, no, I just federal land. If we were to lose our energy independence, that will take a lot more Democrats and flip them over to the Republican side. So, like I said, we survived 8 years of Obama. We can survive 6-8 months of Biden and 3.5 years of Camel Toe, and let them just destroy themselves. Look at what AOC's doing. She's creating, she's demanding that they create a list of people who supported Trump because they want to go after them people. That's the stuff you do in communist China and, North Vietnam and in Russia. So I just say, just sit back, let them keep talking their crazy stuff. They'll show who they are. Remember how the Stalinists and how the communists and the socialists work. The first people they go after are the ones that put them in power because they don't want those people to be around to take them back out of power. So they'll eat their own right off the bat. But like I said, let them keep talking this crazy shit about making lists and we're going to, ostracize and they're even saying put them in camps and stuff, and we can't let them back in society, and we can't, they should only get 1/4 of a vote or 1/3 of a vote and stuff. Let them keep talking this stuff. They'll take down their own party, what's left of it. why Trump was able to grow the party so much. You know, these things that he's put in place, like the platinum plan and stuff like that, they go in there and they take that stuff down. Who's going to hurt? The African American community and minority community. And they're going to be in it. You know, they've had a taste of it getting better. They go in there and they strip that stuff out. They're going to be the first ones to hurt, and they're going to uprise about it. Black Lives Matter can't even tell you where the millions and millions of dollars that were given to them, they can't even tell you where the money went. Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, so they've taken in, I forget how many millions, hundreds of $1 million, but the African community is asking, you know, you can ask them, how has any of that money helped your community? And they'll tell you, it hasn't. They've done nothing for them.
Well, it's completed partial, destruction of property so that it can be rebuilt.
Yeah, but they're not getting the money that's been donated to Black Lives Matter. The hundreds of millions of dollars, the minority community is not seeing a penny of it. And they're starting to ask questions. Hey, well, wait a minute. Where the hell's that money going?
What's for those piles of bricks?
Mr. Cuckoo, I'm sorry, I can't hear you when Jim speaks. You're going to have to play your cuckoo when Jim's not speaking, because when he speaks, you don't have a signal strong enough to be heard, so you'll have to time it better. There's somebody else out there. I can just barely hear somebody. I can't tell what they're saying. Oh, the Cormers. Ain't none of them got a signal. Yes, I'll give them a D for effort. They do try very hard. If they would just study a little bit, learn a little bit, they could learn how to design an antenna, and maybe they could break open their wallet and buy a decent radio, and then they could go get in their purse and crack their piggy banks, and maybe get them an amplificator, something that would allow them to get a signal to be heard. That's true, too. I sincerely apologize to the Cormers that I might talk over you and you cannot be heard. I sincerely apologize to you. But you Cormers can keep trying to corm each other. I don't know if you can hear each other, but all I hear is just a little bit of noise every once in a while when the band shifts. So y'all just keep it up. I'm sure you're doing a fine job of covering each other up. Keep it up. N3FA at almost 10 to the hour, just in case anybody's keeping track and cares. I'm not hearing it. All right, you Cormers, you got to get together. One of you talk at a time, and one of you play music at a time. You can't play music over top of the other Cormer trying to corm and talk. So you're being extremely rude to your fellow speech. You really can't be heard, but if you all will take your turns, I might turn on an SDR and try to actually hear what you're saying, because you're not coming out of the speaker of the radio, except every once in a while somebody just kind of cracks the sound level, but not good enough to really be understood. But if you Cormers can get together and be polite to each other, I might, just maybe, I'll listen to an SDR to try to hear what you're saying. Well, I guess they're not going to cooperate with each other. That's such a shame. Very, very poor amateur practice. Extremely hateful toward each other. They need some brotherly love toward each other. Now, don't give them no ideas, Jim. They're allowed to go off going and, starting getting in bed with each other and being kinky. Maybe they'll go over there and rub Joe's leg hairs in the pool. If you're in the Secret Service right now, the worst assignment you could get is be assigned to the Biden Protection Unit. Well, actually, the only thing worse than that is, I don't know if she's still got Secret Service protection or not, but that used to be where you got sent if you pissed off the upper management. You were sent to the Hillary Clinton detail.
Yeah, no.
And that's a serious fact. I mean, if you pissed off the upper echelon, you were in the Secret Service, you were put on the Clinton detail. And now it will be a choice between whether you, I guess if you only piss them off 3/4 of the way, they'll put you on the Biden detail. But if you really piss them off, they'll still put you on the Clinton detail. That's all I got out of that. Can you translate for me, Jim? All I heard was I think I heard the name Trump, but I'm not sure because it was like, you maybe put the drink down and sober up a little bit, or take some less pills or something where you can speak English. Can you try, English maybe? I'm not sure what language you're trying to talk in, but is there any chance that you can use your lips to form the vocabulary that's the English language? Well, damn, that's a shame. The music player took out the Cormer. In the Corming Brigade. That's all I'm getting out of it. If they can get a signal so they can be heard, but they're stomping on top of each other. The one's trying to play music. You can't hear any of it. But I'm willing to try to listen to them, but you're going to have to speak English and you're going to have to quit stomping on each other. There we go, all over top of each other again. the difference, Jim. We'll actually take the opportunity to give them a chance to be heard and, actually listen. But, we know how they are. They don't want to listen to anything. They just want to do the name-calling thing. I'm willing to sit here and listen to their point of view, but they're going to have to express it in true English, and they're going to have to do it one at a time. But I'll give them a chance again.
Well, they're retorting to any argument is the first words out of their mouth would be,
So that's what I'm saying. They don't know how to come to the table with facts or an opinion. I'm willing to listen to either one of them. That's why I was in the military for 23 years, giving them the right to be stupid.
all right. Speak right up.
I know, they're all trying to talk at the same time. You can barely hear any of them. And then when you get two or three of them talking on top of each other, you can't hear anything they're saying. And when you can even a little bit, they don't even know how to speak in English. Horrible, horrible amateur practice. Sounds like somebody's having a stroke to me. I don't know. It sounds like they're quivering or something. I'm not sure. Maybe if we could find out who they are, we could call 911. Maybe they could go out and do a welfare check and make sure they're not having a stroke. I bet you they used the 25th Amendment on him after 12 months, if they let him have 12 months.
Just a piece of shit like you. That man is absolutely mentally incapacitated.
Oh, like tonight, he said there was 230 million thousand Americans died from COVID. 230 million thousand. Let's see, last time I knew, America had, what was it, about 360 million people? But he's just declared that 230 million thousand Americans died from COVID.
Yeah, they put about 3 more zeros on the end of that, if I remember my 9th grade math.
As long as Trump is on.
Trump card. You're all Trump card.
As long as Trump is history.
Trump has no mental capacity at all. Like you guys, you're all mental. She'll be the first non-black, non-Indian, non-white. Let's see what else. Non. That's about it. Oh, non-Jamaican, Dominican Republic, and then whatever in the White House. This will be great.
Hey, you know deep down, well, probably don't have to go deep down, Hillary is just absolutely pissed that she wasn't the first female.
Oh, shit, man.
She's sitting back going, that damn biatch took my place. I should have been mine, damn it.
It was my turn.
I can't run my hot sauce in my purse. That damn biatch got in there. She don't carry no hot sauce in her purse.
She don't care now how. Oh, brother.
Don't you wish?
You can't make it up.
Yeah, make it up.
Yeah, you can.
Hey, Jim, I'm going to take a few-minute break. I'm just going to give them a chance to maybe learn some English. I'll come back and see if there's any intelligence out there. Maybe they can find a signal in the meantime. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. N3SA.
You say something, I can hardly hear you. Get a signal, old man.
The frequency so they can practice affirming each other. N3SA, KFAD.
What an asshole.